Hello, welcome back to Cars of Glasgow. Today you join me with the 2025 Citroen C4. Now I'm down here at Arnold Clark Citroen Armadale to check out the new C4. I'm going to give you a walk around tour of the exterior, interior and get it out for a test drive. Now, first things off the bat, you're going to notice this is the facelift C4 under a couple of things. One, we've got the new retro-inspired chevron grille up front. We've got a new headlight design, as we can see here, that's kind of split with little horizontal daytime run light there. In this particular trim, we do have this kind of gold bit of trim on the front that is echoed around the side of the car. And overall, it's got some subtle tweaks through the exterior just to update it and modernise it for 2025. So all C4s come in three trim levels. You get the base trim U, exclamation mark, and then you get the plus trim and then the top spec max trim that this car is today. And speaking of this car, this one's finished in Manhattan green paint. So the C4 is offered with a petrol or electric model known as the EC4. The petrols come with a 1.2 litre pure tech. You get the hybrid one, which is about 130 odd horsepower, or you can get a base spec 1.2 litre as well. Or also offered as an EV known as the EC4 with a 50 kilowatt hour battery or a 54 kilowatt hour battery, depending on what model and trim level you go for. So you're looking at about 230 miles of range for the smaller battery pack and about 270 miles of range with the larger battery pack. Top speed is about 93 miles per hour for the electric model. Now, when it comes to combustion, you do get the hybrid option as well. And again, depending if you go for which trim level, it depends on the power output. 0 to 60 drops a little bit to about 8 seconds for that car. And depending if you go for the base one, it gets an 8-speed automatic transmission, or the hybrid mid-spec and top spec gets a 6-speed dual clutch transmission. You're going to see around 47 miles to a gallon on the base engine. And for the hybrid, you're going to see about 62 miles to a gallon and CO2 of about 107 grams per kilometre. Part of the facelift as well, we've got a new alloy wheel design. This is an 18-inch wheel with the two-tone black and grey with the little plastic covers on the inserts. And again, you can see the new updated chevron logo, the kind of retro-inspired one we've seen in the front of the car, is on the centre hubcap there. We do have black plastic around the arches running along the side of the sills. We've got a black roof as well as black mirrors on this max trim. And again, the echo in the front, we do have that gold piece of trim on the side of the door. You're not going to notice too much different versus outgoing model on the side apart from the alloys and some paint colours. But round the rear is where you're going to see some big upgrades. This is the back of the new C4, which I'm most excited to show you about because I think it's the most changes you're going to recognise. We do have Citroen spelled out across, and this is raised, which is a nice wee touch. And these tail lights, have a look at them. They've kind of got a 3D-esque design on the outer bit, and in the centre here, it's got this unique design in the middle. We've got this black gloss plastic running across the full span of the tailgate. Now there are little things like fake dents here, which is a little bit odd. We do have a visible exhaust pipe, as well as reversing cameras and sensors, which is a nice neat touch. Now underneath, the tailgate reveals 380 litres of boot space, the same that we've seen in the outgoing model. I won't cover it too much, but yeah, we've got all our first floor underneath, storage on the side. We have 60-40 seats with a ski road flue hatch that folds down. Now let's have a quick look in the back of this C4. So you join me in the back of the new C4. Now, two things I want to mention is one, the new design of the seats themselves have got this kind of quilted look. It also has the Citroen Advanced Comfort, which means basically it's got more padding inside for extra comfort on the road trips. This particular one does have kind of a tricolour seat. We do have charcoal grey stroke black at the bottom, and then it works its way up to dove grey with a little insert of a kind of off-white colour in the middle. Quite a nice touch they've done with the car, and this kind of gives me vibes of something like from the 80s, something luxurious and plush. We do have an armrest in the middle, 2 cup holders, and a little bit of storage, I guess, for a pen or something. Again, I mentioned you've got the wee ski flue hatch there. Also want to mention the back of the seats, there's these little pouches here that maybe you could put a phone or clip something on a longer road trip. But yeah, a little bit of storage. We do have some map pockets behind both passenger and driver, as well as a USB charger and climate vent. Now, I'm 5'11", knee room is pretty decent. Headroom's okay, you know, it's not amazing, but it's okay. And yeah, build quality back here is kind of what you'd expect from a car at this price point. We do have a little bit of trim to break up the grey plastic, but it's pretty cheap plastic on the side of the door cards and nothing lined in the door bins. Now let's check out up front. So up front on the C4, you're going to notice the new logo badge again on the airbag cover. We do have a new instrument driver screen here that has been updated. And on top of that, we also have the new heads-up display for the 2025 C4. Out with that, most of the stuff is a carryover. We've got the same touch screen that we've seen previously that does have the controllable widget, so you're able to customize the home screen and change it. It's pretty fast and responsive and does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Down below we do have things like climate vents, which I liked in the previous C4. We've got the kind of 4 vents there, your door lock, hazards, and then physical buttons, things like free stage heated seats. And then your climate controls down here, which are nice physical buttons to toggle. We've got a little shelf in here, USB A and C chargers, as well as a little bit of storage underneath that allows you to put your phone or something if you've got a 12-volt power outlet. This car is automatic, so we do have this little transmission that we've seen in other Stellantis products. You can go all the way forward for reverse, down for drive. It does have quite a good clear screen. Drive mode's there. We do have 2 cup holders in here, as well as the parking brake. And underneath, we do have an armrest that does have a little bit of storage in there. It's got like a weird rubberized texture inside there. I guess things don't want to rattle around too much. But yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of storage inside there. And of course, the armrest itself does fold forward and back, which gives you a little bit of adjustment, which is nice. So just like the outgoing C4, we do have storage here. So we do have a tablet holder that can go there. We do have this little shelf that pops out. And again, this is where the logbook is, but you could maybe put something small and thin in there for some storage. And then we've got a really big glove box here. Now, it has got a little bit of a cubby in here for something else, and the fuse box in there, but it's a decent size, and I like the fact Citroen have maximised the space in here to give you practicality. So much of what we've seen in the back, the seats up front do have that quilting material stitch design, and then they are tricolour. So we do have the black at the bottom, this kind of soft white colour in the middle, and the kind of dove grey at the top. So you know what, it's quite a nice material and design look inside for a Citroen C4. So yeah, they've got the steering wheel up front. The main thing is that new logo. We do have kind of a free spoke. We've got a big bit of black gloss plastic below, cruise control on the left, your phone and volume controls on the right. We do have little paddles, and we've got physical stops for your wipers and lights. Worth noting, we do have heated steering wheel on the right, as well as the adjustment for the heads-up display controlled on the right-hand side here. And as we move over to the door card, we do have all-round electric windows, which is nice to see, all 4 switches, electric mirrors, and child lock delete as well. We've also got a bit of a cubby down here for water bottles and things like that. It's not lined with fuzzy stuff, but at least we have it, and a big grab handle. Material quality is okay, it's not amazing, but yeah, it's a little bit of vinyl where your elbows are going to go. Now let's get it out for a drive. Hello, and you join me inside the EC4 for 2025. I'm just driving around the lovely Armadale in February here, so if you're seeing the grey skies, that's what we're doing. We're just going round a roundabout, giving it a little bit of throttle. Now, the claim 0 to 60 is in the high 9 seconds for this model. Now, there are 2 variants of the electric EC4 with a 50 or a 54 kilowatt hour battery, both producing over 220 miles of range. But out on the road, this is what you want to hear and feel. It does feel quite smooth in comparison to a combustion low-powered vehicle. And yeah, visibility is decent enough. You feel you're sitting quite behind the dash, or the dash feels a little bit high up. Visibility of the A-pillar's all right, decent size mirrors. I can see the kind of shoulder lines of the C-pillar onwards in that rear mirror, and the size overall of the vehicle isn't too daunting on this B road that we're on at the moment. Feels a good fit for the UK. Now, foot down, hitting 50, and we've got the nice clear gauge in front of me here as part of the facelift. I can see I'm in B for regenerative braking mode, so when you take your foot off the accelerator, that's going into regen mode there, quite aggressively, down from 50 to 36 within a couple of seconds. Foot down again. You're getting a little bit of that nice electric smoothness and torquey motor coming through, just behind in a Vogue, and it's overall doing not too bad a job of just being a comfortable commuter vehicle, and that's what probably people looking for a C4 are going to go for. So I'm just going to go past a supermarket over some speed bumps, and yeah, it's absorbing those lumps and bumps of speed bumps and potholes not too badly. It's definitely a nice, family-friendly, comfortable car for the UK roads that we experience here currently. I'm just going to go over a little bit of a monoblock road here. And yeah, you're not hearing too much of the cobblestones or tyre noise coming through into the cabin. It's also worth noting that the C4 is fitted with progressive hydraulic cushions that help absorb the lumps and bumps that we experience on the UK roads. So that is the 2025 Citroen C4. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video and a little bit more knowledge about what the new facelift offers. A special thanks once again to Arnold Clark Citroen Armadale for loaning me this car to show you guys the new C4. So comment below your thoughts on the new C4, what you think of it, what do you think of the updates, the interior, what do you think it's like, and check me out on social media as well. I'll leave all that information below and I'll see you next video. Ciao.
And thanks